All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Harvest Worship Band website. And this is a little word for today that I'm working on. So I thought I'd share this with you. Uh, I was on a walk the day before Easter, Saturday morning. I was on a walk with my wife, and we passed a couple different landmarks that were kind of significant to me. It was kind of weird. The first one was there was a, how people when they put in a new driveway or something, they'll have wet cement and they'll put in the date or something weird or something, their kids' names or something. Well, there was one date there that was like what was that? It was like December 9th, 1969. And I looked at that and I went like, bing, my mind started going back to what my life was like at that point. And it's what was going on in the world. Anyway, the song that was, I was a musician. I was wanted to be, but I was a freshman in college and kind of had no idea what I wanted to do. Working a part-time job, but I was really into music. I was basically like every other church kid at that age, and I was kind of flaky. I feel like back then selfish, kind of floating along with not really knowing where I was going, but I think I was gradually learning that my life was going to be a mess apart from surrendering to God. But inwardly, I think I was crying out to Him. Musically, this song I can remember really wanting to learn how to play at that era was blackbirds sing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arrive. Anyway, that was just, we're musicians. We can sit around and improvise like that. The thing, that was a song that was popular at that time, and I really wanted to learn it, and that was a big deal. Anyway, so I thought about what would I tell that guy? What would I tell myself? What advice would I give to him? If, just if I could go back and kind of go, hey, bud, like that, what advice would I give him? Okay. I would probably tell him, kid, it's going to be all right. Because I've seen most of the movie and I know it's going to end. It's going to end okay. So the ending of the movie is going to be okay. I would tell him, don't trust your emotions. That's like riding a roller coaster. Trust in God. He'll take care of you. He will be faithful. Just watch and wait. Take a good look at the desires of your heart. God placed them there. And God has planted a lot of good things in you. Now you and He are going to cultivate this field and watch it grow and see it produce great results. I would tell this guy, slow down, don't worry, it's all going to come together. But first, make serving God a priority. Go along with what God is doing with you in regard to your skills and interests. Get some structure in your life. It's going to be hard, but structure is a good thing, and it will pay off long term. Make time for God's Word. Get serious about your education, your art, your health, your relationships. Work on being reliable, thorough, loyal, selfless, and this is going to be a big challenge for you. You'll get overwhelmed, but take comfort. All the greats in the Bible were all felt overwhelmed at various times when you look at their history. Learn from their struggles. They made it, and you will make it. And I don't know if that kid, me, back then would hear an admonition like that. I was kind of going to figure out life on my own. And I wanted to follow God, but I wanted him my terms, I guess. I don't know. But that's the types of things I would say to that kid. On that same Saturday morning walk, I walked by a house that I rented with a couple of friends. And this was like 12 years later this is December 9th, 1981. And the song I was really coveting and wanting to play and learn, this is going to be weird, but was this one. Just across the bay, island lost at sea. Another lonely day, no one left but me. My loneliness and a good day. Rescue me before I fall into despair. I send an SOS to the world. Send an SOS to the world. I hope that someone gets mine. I hope that someone gets mine. I hope that someone gets mine. Anyway, you got the idea. I didn't have to play that much of it. You know the song. Anyway, that was current. And that sort of, maybe it was a little, but I was trying to learn that. Anyway, I walked by this rental house that I rented with a couple friends, and I told my wife, Kathy, I said, this is where things really started to get good in my life. When I moved in there, I just come out of some big career and personal disappointments, and I was a little freaked out. And this felt like a whole, a new page, a new chapter opened up in my life. It was really good for a few reasons. I was a little freaked out, and not as much as the college kid I was telling you about earlier, but I would have told the older guy the same thing. I would have said, buddy, it's going to be all right. Landing at that house felt like, as I said, like a new start. I had new friends, new church, new job opportunities. And in those previous 12 years, I'd grown slightly. I'd learned to trust God more, and He had been with me through some lean times. And I'd learned to apply myself in some small ways. I'd learned to love the Bible, learned how to write songs, practice my instrument. I still had a long way to go, but I was kind of finding my way. And while I was living there, I met my wife, and I had some great opportunities fall in my lap. I was growing as an artist, and I felt like God was leading me. But He'd always been there leading me. I love this psalm. Let me read this psalm to you. And this is a brilliant adaptation that a guy I know wrote from Psalm 91. And given my story, this kind of fits my story and fits my journey with God. Maybe it fits your journey with God too. So this is Psalm 91. When you live under the protection of the Great One, His shadow rests on you as He hovers protectively over you. Turn to Yahweh and say, "You are my safe house, my security, my God, my trust." He'll protect you from the hunter's bullet, from a wasting disease. He'll spread His eagle wings over you, such a safe embrace. His truth acts like a bulletproof vest. Don't be afraid of anything, not the panic that grips your chest at night, nor the bullets that fly during the day, not the unexpected disease, nor the prepared-for calamity. 1,000 may collapse on your left, 10,000 may die on your right, but nothing will touch a hair on your head. Unscathed, you'll watch the wicked get mowed down instead. You made Yahweh your home, the Great One your safe house. The result, hate attacks will miss the mark. Sickness will skip your household. He'll dispatch angels to guard each step you take. Trip on a rock, and they'll catch you. Hike a path infested by rattlesnakes and mountain lions, and you'll come home untouched. Yes, even if you were to step right on them. This is what God says. I've seen how much you love me. It makes me that much more determined to take care of you. I'm glad to lift you up out of your troubles because of your close relationship with me. You're named, known. You call me, I answer you. You get into trouble, I join you in it. But not only will I rescue you, I'll throw a party for you. I'll give you a long, happy life as you watch salvation blossom everywhere you look. That was a little adaptation by Peter Santucci. So now here I am 39 years later. Ow, that's a long time. And most of the stuff I was really concerned about, worried about, as a college kid, and even as a later as a single guy trying to make it as a musician, 99% of that stuff that I was worried about never happened. God has been faithful. I'm in a great marriage, 35 years, great kids. I've been privileged to do what I do for a long time. Are things scary right now? Yeah. Am I freaked out by current events? Yeah. But every day, I can still go back and tell myself what I told that college kid and this other guy is like, I'm going to tell him, I'm telling myself right now, Pops, it's going to be all right. So anyway, just thank you for listening to my little talk here. All right. And have a good day. Bye-bye, guys.